It's kind of a job.
Sometimes.
Morning.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Well, what does it say about Nolan Gorman that he was willing to change his diet, change his workout routine, to try to get that back? What does it say about his seriousness about doing this at a high level?
He's dedicated and wants to do it for a long time, and he's committed to doing it well here. He had a really good offseason, both physically and mentally, just getting prepped for what's ahead. But he looks great and moving around well. I mean, swinging it really well, and just hearing him talk about certain things offensively and some of the adjustments has been really cool. So overall, he's put himself in a really good position to have success.
Is that back maybe the only thing that's standing between him and doing really big things?
Yeah, it's just staying healthy, and he's put himself in a position to everything possible in the off season and help monitor it as well as possible during the season to be able to do that. But you're looking at a really scary bat. He stays on the field, which we are optimistic about him being able to do that.
Oli, when you with Tommy sidelined for the near future, how do you see center field shaking out in your first few games?
Yeah, you're going to see a combination of guys, but you'll see Victor out there, you'll see Carlson out there, Siani, you'll see a combination of guys, but as we get closer, we'll see what the timeline looks like for him. Hopefully he can jump in there and get enough games, but still looks a little too early to tell.
What do you need to see from Dylan Carlson this spring?
Man, Dylan does a nice job defensively regardless of where you put him. He can play center, he can play right, he can go on the other side as well. Offensively, we're looking at a combination of things, but mainly impacting the baseball. When you look at all the other underlying stuff, just his ability to hit it harder matters. And he's worked at that. So, yeah.
Any sense that the surgery was any sign from him that the surgery makes him more comfortable?
It's still too early to tell. I mean, once we actually start ramping up, we get a better sense of that. Once we start playing games, but yeah, today he'll run the bases. We'll get after it there, see what the response to that. That's the last box to check before we start.
Oli, at that same position, what does the opportunity look like this spring for Victor Scott coming into camp and kind of getting a run of things?
Yeah, he's definitely going to get more of a look with Edmund being down for a little bit. It'll allow for an opportunity for him to show. We haven't seen him a ton, so it'll be great for our staff to lay eyes on him and start to have conversations and also see him on the bases. And he obviously did a nice job of stealing bags, but understanding kind of his thought process behind when he goes and when he doesn't, that type of thing. Yeah.
Might not be a perfect comparison, but are there similarities to where he is in his career progress this spring to where maybe Mason was this time last year?
Potentially, yeah. From a timeline standpoint, that would make sense.
Oli, where do you want to see Thomas and Jason as far as defensively? Including just second base? You guys want to see him?
No, I want to see him at a couple different spots. I know second is comfortable. We're actually have a sense of getting them over at short a couple times as well, and then third. But I'd like to see him at all three. Yeah. Majority most likely second, but I'd like to see him at the other ones as well.
What does a successful spring look like for him? Like, what does a good?
Yeah, I don't want to put he has to do X, Y, Z in order for us to be impressed. Other than we've heard really good things about him. His personality seems like he's a competitor that likes getting after it. So we just want to lay eyes on him.
Yeah. Wilking is facing the big boys today in Live BP under the headline of "Nothing is Accidental." In the season that he had and what he can show here, where's he fitting?
As many opportunities to see him as possible against really good hitters. We didn't have that chance last year. He's got really good stuff. That ball cuts in a way it's an outlier at a good velocity. So we want to see how our hitters respond to it, and it's a good opportunity to get real feedback from guys that have been in the league and our experience. They have a better sense of saying, "Hey, I can see it early," or you know what, there's some deception to it, and it plays up. So it's for that reason as well.
Sure.
Getting some real feedback from our big boys.
Yeah, that's like the crossover, right? From like, all right, this looks good in the bullpen, this looks good in
No
the
doubt.
metrics. What does it look through an all-star's eye?
Exactly, and this gives us a shot. The staff laying eyes on it, but also our hitters telling us what it looks like.
But this coming weekend, 2 games Saturday, and then a game right away Sunday. The starters for all the 3 maybe only going 2 innings, right? I know it's early on, but would you use like a Wilking early in that to get him against the lineup that might have more major leaguers? Is that something you're thinking about?
Yeah,
Like,
it's something you want to do.
okay.
It's kind of see him against guys before they bounce out and the next squad comes in from the fifth inning on type thing. So
Would Fernandez be also in that group?
we'll play it accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you reveal anybody else beyond Wilking who is in that group?
I'd like to see Wilson.
Okay.
You decided which pitcher will start where on Saturday?
Not yet.
Do you have anyone outside or after for next Sunday's game?
No.
I think there's an outfielder that we didn't ask about, Burley.
Yeah.
What about Burley's makeup gets you excited?
We obviously like what Burley does in the box. We think there's upside there. I don't think we've seen the best version of Burleson from a just luck standpoint, and also just at the end of the day, he hits the ball hard. He knows what he's doing. He takes a professional at bat, and he's worked really hard at shoring up the defense because that's going to allow us to use him more or not, right? So he knew the importance of that going into the offseason. He's done a nice job of trying to trim up and be a little bit lighter on his feet. So seeing him out there in games, he'll have an opportunity to show what he's worked on.
Where do you? What sort of fit do you feel like there is for him? Because we talk so much about how you can almost pencil in certain people in your lineup.
Sure.
I mean, obviously you guys brought in, Carp. Like, where's Burley fit? What would be your message to him about?
Just competing, and this is what I love about the Goldies of the world. And, like, they come in as that's going to be our first baseman, Golden, right? But he approaches it like he's always competing and winning that spot. I want everybody to think that way. Burley's young in his career. He's coming in, just trying to prove that he belongs on the squad at a good level. We look forward to seeing him. Yeah.
Is there a balance of like him maybe getting more at bats at some point, like as opposed to being in a role where maybe he's not getting that regular time? I mean, for you guys, for him.
Once the season starts,
Yeah.
We haven't played a game in spring yet, so I'd like to get through spring and we'll figure out what that looks like. Good.
Thank you, Oli.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you.